Let's talk a little bit about the advantages and the disadvantages of a hammock. Now, one is, this could be an advantage or a disadvantage, but here's the primary difference is, one is off the ground and the tent is on the ground, okay? We kind of compare between tent and hammock. Okay, if you're off the ground, I think you have a better chance of staying away from critters. You know, things that crawl and creep. Yeah, I know, yeah, they get in here. But I don't think it, like say, a snake or something like that would have an easiest chance to get, because they have to crawl up the tree, down the, so it'd be a whole lot harder. Second of all, you're off the ground in case it rains. If you have a good tarp over your hammock, it's just like having a tent over your hammock. Okay, so that's not even an issue. You're going to stay dry. Okay, so I guess a advantage or disadvantage is when you're in a let's say this would be a disadvantage. When I'm in a tent, and the reason I like more camping in a tent is I like to set my stuff up in there. I'm a little more comfortable, and I could cook in there, and I could change clothes in there. And, and I could do this here. I could kind of lean out the side. I've leaned out the side and set my stuff on the ground out here. And I've cooked on the ground when it's been raining in my hammock, and that's fine. But it's just a little easier, a little more comfortable to do that in a tent. Another advantage probably the best advantage of the hammock, which is I'm going to start trying to use the hammock, especially if I'm doing some camping on my DR and I don't know where I'm going to be, especially if I'm going to be stealth. If I have to pull down in some woods, you can pull down in anywhere. You don't care if it's wet, nasty, swampy, or whatever. If you got a hammock, you're off the ground, man. Just hike that bad boy up and go to sleep. Don't have to worry about laying on the ground. Don't have to worry about clearing a spot. Don't have to worry about sleeping on unlevel ground. Man, sleeping on it. Do you ever set up a tent and it's unlevel? Me and my son Joe was on Appalachian Trail. He's a big boy too, man. And we had the tent set up. It was a double tent. It was which I normally just sleep in by myself. Well, we was both in it, and we was on a little bit of a slope. And anyway, I'd wake up at night, and the tent, bottom of the tent would be right here, and from here down would be sticking out, sticking out in the open. And my son would be the same way. And so we'd have to wake him up. We had to crawl back up the hill. But when you're in a hammock, man, you ain't gonna worry about that. So there are advantages and there are disadvantages.